Inspections under the Food Safety Modernization Act Produce Safety Rule have already begun. To get ready, growers can volunteer for an on-farm readiness review, or OFRR for short. The OFRR is a tool that growers can use to assess if they are in compliance under the FSMA Produce Safety Rule prior to their first inspection with government authorities. Please note, OFRR is not an audit, nor is it an inspection. It is an assessment of growers' readiness for inspection. OFRRs provide a personalized discussion about food safety activities taking place, and they identify areas that need attention before an inspection occurs. An OFRR is completely free, voluntary, and confidential. Any notes taken by the assessors will stay with the grower on the farm. OFRRs are performed by extension agents and/or departments of agriculture throughout the United States. In Iowa, Iowa State University Extension and Outreach is your assessor. An OFRR can provide insight on produce safety practices that are required while growing, harvesting, packing, and holding fresh produce covered by the Produce Safety Rule, PSR. This video will focus on post-harvest practices and provide tips to prepare you for your on-farm readiness review and first inspection. Preparing for your OFRR will allow you to get the most benefit from the experience. Hi, I'm Dan Filius. I work for Iowa State University Extension and Outreach as a food safety field specialist. As someone who conducts on-farm readiness reviews, here are some things that I find critical to look at in the post-harvest and wash pack settings. In the packing area, we look at locations that come in direct contact with produce. These food contact surfaces have the most potential to contaminate produce. Some forgotten direct and indirect food contact surfaces include harvest bins and packing crates, transport vehicles, storage areas, coolers, and vinyl flaps on the washing stations and cooler doors. Inspectors will ask to see cleaning and sanitizing records when going through the processing areas. Establishing a cleaning and sanitizing schedule with an activity log to record the procedures is required for covered farms. Additional video resources on cleaning procedures for cooler and harvest crates are located under the Resource tab at the Iowa State Extension and Outreach Safe Produce site. Non-direct food contact surfaces can still carry the potential for contaminating produce. For example, dirty clothing coming into contact with produce. Trash in the packing area may invite pests of all kinds and contribute to contamination. Therefore, ensure frequent waste removal from the packing house. Any pest traps set should be checked on a regular basis. Information that the assessor may ask about are the types of pests found in your packing area and procedures in place for limiting animal access to the facility. A commonly missed step is keeping bins or pallets at least 12 inches away from walls and harvest crates off the floor. Doing so will allow for visual inspections of pest issues. All animals are discouraged from being present, including domestic animals or pets. Post-harvest water quality is another important topic during your OFRR. The assessors will need to know how the water is tested for microbial safety. Have a record of water test reports and develop a water profile for the farm. Generic E. coli is the indicator organism used in the FSMA Produce Safety Rule. Only water free of generic E. coli is allowed for use as post-harvest water. They may also ask how the water is treated and how the effectiveness of your antimicrobial treatment is tested. It's important to check for leaks or condensation on the ceiling, walls, equipment, or pipes that could potentially drip onto your produce. Standing water is a source of contamination that should be monitored. Standing water is a pool of water on the ground that does not move, possibly due to a lack of drainage or a backed up drain in the processing area. Standing water can harbor pathogens and contaminants that could splash onto produce or clean equipment and contaminate your processing area. The post-harvest area is important because most produce passes through here before being sent to the customer. This intersection can result in the contamination of produce from dirty produce or surfaces to previously cleaned produce. An OFRR helps growers understand their farm's compliance with the FSMA Produce Safety Rule. Growers who complete the OFRR and apply the recommendation from the assessor are better prepared for an inspection. The OFRR acts as a dress rehearsal. Please note that the entire OFRR, both pre- and post-harvest, has a 2-hour limit. On-Farm Readiness Review is voluntary and is a free service to fresh produce growers to facilitate helpful discussions about their farm practices.